how shows happen here, and it turns out that's right. It's greasy conversation time going on right now, and we have alternate Greg here today. Crazy Jay from the Rock and Comedy Show is
What up?
plopped himself down with us today. That came out worse than I don't think I should tell people people plop anywhere. I plop too. Listen, we all plop, you guys. It's not just Jay plopping. We plop together.
Everybody plops. I think there's a book out there called something like that.
Yeah, and that voice is coming from our guest today, who is Casey Jetson.
Casey Jetson.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. Oh, they were a little late. They weren't sure if they wanted to applause or not. I'm glad they did.
Here we go.
Thanks, guys.
They're getting over it. Now I'm fading out the theme song, and I forgot that doesn't fade it in the monitor, so I'm like giving myself, because I didn't have my kicker headphones on. I think it's a good time to mention that if you don't have your kicker headphones on, then what's kicking you? You're not being kicked at all. And what is life then? What is experiencing joy or desire, if not to be kicked in the head? But it's like that delicate kick. And better than that is that nice isolation factor. Like I was airplaning it with these kicker headphones.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, you've probably like car audioed it back in the day.
Yeah.
I had that friend with the kickers in his trunk, but they put them on your head now, and it's such a good time. Anyway.
Usually the friend with the kickers in the trunk also had like a few loose parts on the car. So you got that extra kind of like rattling can sound. It was beautiful.
I wish there was a switch on the headphones to add that effect. That would give like the full kicker experience. Like
real live. What does kicker sound like when it's blasting?
when it's put in a car that was never designed for that much force or impact to occur to it.
Right.
Without the airbags coming on.
I know. Yeah, I've seen kicker blow a hubcap before, so it's definitely doable.
So today we've got all kinds of newsly things, but you can also see these news items yourself with our live document. It's linked on Facebook where this is going on, and also if you just go to woz.lol, you can click on this episode and find the show notes and party along with us. But hey,
those elusive .lol
Yeah.
domains. That's excellent. So good.
that's an extra couple bucks a year.
Yeah, but worth it.
Yeah. Who gets like 3-letter domain names? That's like...
That's epic.
Yeah.
You really have to reach out to the extensions, .lol that you must
Weight
have got it
Watchers
just
has
in
two.
time.
Really?
Yeah,
They're
www.
www.com.
It's like www.www.
Do you remember when Overstock switched to o.co? And that's got to be the absolute shortest popular domain that's out there.
Gotta be.
o.co.
We should just start putting in individual letters and going to them, and that could be risky.
I think they might just be all bought up by now. If you could find like a b.vegas, just any letter .vegas, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bought fake Wang. No, fake Wang. That was not free. It was
Fake Wang.
Fake Wang
No,
is a
that's-
totally different
Dot-
website.
dot-
that's
Vegas,
for Spunk Lube.
Okay.
No, fake news.wang is actually now belonging to the folks that do the show right after this. If you tune in after this show, there's 2 clueless dudes in there. I shared that URL with them. Anyway, you guys know how we roll in. We've got the submarine of knowledge surfacing right now, and I'm gonna dive right into all the Huawei stuff going on. Did you guys know that it's not just the spying things and the worries that the government is going to have people be spied on by Chinese Huawei stuff, but they've legit spied on people like a ton in the past. Like Cisco's had secrets stolen, T-Mobile, Apple. There's just this whole festival of them like getting someone hired at a company and then stealing a bunch of secrets and then taking them back to Huawei. And it's like a Chinese subsidized thing. So people are complaining, oh, we can't get America on 5G unless we use these cheaper Huawei 5G, like the palm trees that have all the cell phone antennas on them.
Right.
Those things look so good too.
Right? They're the
so
best.
discreet.
I wish we could replace a lot more of the regular palm trees with just those. Just have that crisp rectangular palm tree look.
Forget about it. And then you have such good service. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go.
Except China's looking at all of it. Like we were worried about the NSA
Uh-huh.
spying on us. China has like way more people they can hire to sit in a room and like listen to our like read our sexts.
Yeah, and
Look at our dick pics.
Right, and I feel like when you're spying on another country's data, I mean, really, it's no holds barred. Like, at least the government may have standards or people they report to, but if you're spying on another country, you're already just yeah.
So that's the controversy that a lot of people are saying, like putting this as like another thing that, like just because Trump's involved with this specific thing. And he might be bungling it, doesn't mean that it's not something we actually have to do. By that, I mean Huawei is banned from doing any business with any American company right now. And some people are like, whoa, that's really extreme. Have we even done that in our lifetime of like said, okay, this company, we can't sell them chips and we can't buy their laptops and phones. Intel, Google's dropping their Android license. They can't even have like the Google Play Store on their phones anymore in 3 months. But the thing is, when you actually look at this company, not only can they afford to undercut all the competition and make it look to the American public like, oh, our government's forcing us to not be able to afford 5G because we can't buy these cheaper 5G modems. These 5G things, they're only cheaper because China's helping pay for them. Like the Chinese government's like dumping. It's like when the PlayStation came out, you bought it for less than it actually cost them to make it because they wanted to get you hooked on the licensing.
It's a loss leader, right?
Yeah.
It's a great marketing strategy.
Yeah, and that's what
So
Huawei's
go
going to
for it.
try to do, so they can have our infrastructure be them, and they can just flip the switch, and just turn off our internet like whenever they want.
Yeah,
like,
turn it off and spy on us everywhere. And
And I'm not worried about the spying as much as just the fact that like if we're building it on that, they can just make it fail. They can just remote access. Okay, administration turn off, and just all of our cell phones run crappy then.
Yeah, or just throttle us down when they're pissed at us.
And that's
whatever.
war on American soil. That's like bringing the battle to us. The individuals will be suffering with like that 3G on your phone. 3G is a nightmare.
I
And
know.
you see that little 3G icon? You're like, man, I'm not seeing nothing anytime soon on this.
I feel like I'd like to see the survey on what percentage of Americans would give up right to bear arms for right to bear cell phone. You know what I mean? Like,
don't take our cell phones away.
Yeah, right to bear smartphone. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an amendment.
So I had a rant on that, and it's just one of the details that people leave out because there's all these news articles going on about this ban right now, and a lot of them about how it'll affect like Android phones and stuff. Like, look, all of our phones are going to be going on 5G, and this is like a major thing that is framed where like there's no question that this is a company that stole a bunch of stuff. Like they couldn't even make these routers if it wasn't from like chip designs that they stole from American companies anyway. We're not even prosecuting that at this point.
It's so crazy. That's so deep that they've been involved in this for so long, and and like Cisco and everybody's been under attack for so long.
I know. Like
It's
this is
just
over
crazy.
10
How
years.
did we not notice?
And then we caught that like political prisoner Huawei person in what's that upper country? That one above us, Canada.
Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you news that isn't funny and just mispronounce a country, and that's how it's gonna be entertaining. That's how
That's
this looks.
humorous to me, so I think everybody else will think so too.
All right. Here's the thing, though. That's my new is saying here's the thing too much. That's a problem.
Here's the thing, but as
Yeah.
long as you follow it up with some sort of music,
Some real actual the thing to be here.
Okay.
So I've got a double pack of fresh robots today. Today is a robot heavy broadcast. Holler in the chat, folks, if you like the robots.
Who doesn't like a good robot?
Right?
There's so many good robots out there too.
I mean, I'll take a bad robot too. I just like robots.
What's the worst robot you can remember being an issue? Like, what's a bad robot?
That I've experienced myself,
I'll take it, yeah.
or just in general, like in a movie.
Do you know of any non-movie bad robots?
Here,
Because I'm sure some of those swinging arms and make cars and stuff sometimes
how about
get a person stuck between the door.
But
and
I
the
don't know
car.
if that's the robot or the person just being an idiot.
Yeah.
They lose a limb.
how about that old kid's doll that used to piss itself? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's a
talking
bad
about?
robot.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad robot.
Okay, there was robots that were made that was like this secret DARPA thing fairly recently to eat biomatter, like dead soldiers in the battlefield, just eat them and be fueled by them.
That's
And
gruesome.
they're framing it like, oh, it can eat any kind of stuff. It can eat like cows or something, or just like dead soldiers, just casually, just munch them up.
They just throw. They throw. It could eat some lettuce. It could eat a house.
Yeah.
Dead soldier. They just casually. They just
in the
casually
list
drop
somewhere.
dead soldier.
It's one of those many things that
Yeah.
you can fuel it with.
No.
It could mow the lawn, chop off a few fingers. It's all right. It's safe.
It needs the fuel.
So there were people in outrage about this, but I doubt. Hala limited edition Koba, thanks so much for hopping in the chat. I doubt any of you will have a problem with a couple of robots I'm going to show you today. First of all, this one, boy, I hung out on this picture for a long time, but all it is a truck. It's a picture of a truck. But
we love trucks.
the U.S. Postal Service is trying out semi-trucks that are autonomous, which is crazy. That's great, like crazy good to just go across that great flat middle part where everything's all this brown color of our nation, not like of some lady.
Right. Yeah, the brown middle part.
Yeah.
It's just
The brown
so
middle part of your
flat,
mother.
So boring.
So that's one friendly robot.
But again, I don't think there's bad robots.
Yeah.
They even have robots that clean your carpet.
Yeah. I can't think of any bad robot that doesn't have like a bad human behind it.
Right. It's the operator.
That's
Yeah.
it's the designer.
Like
man.
if it
Yeah,
says don't
robots
put your
don't
arm
make
here and then you
decisions.
put your arm in there and it rips your arm off, it's not the robot's fault. You were told not to put your arm there.
Or if you don't give the robot anything to eat besides dead soldiers, it's just going to eat whatever dead soldiers are around.
Right.
Or living ones that are.
Yeah, maybe that soldier's just taking a nap. And then all of a sudden he wakes up and there's a robot ate half of his legs. He's like, what are you doing? I was just sleeping.
That's
like
not
it should have some sort of detection on it that it is dead.
Oh my god.
Half the leg. Like, I love that it's slow. It just kind of slimes, just kind of dissolves you.
I think this robot needs to be equipped with like a poker, some kind of a prod. Like, you awake?
Well, I was thinking maybe it works like one of those Roombas, so it just eats you nice and slow and brushes you up at the same time.
One
so
pass
there's
at a
no
time.
remains. It just gets everything.
I love the idea of it just bumping into you over and over
And
again. Just
every time it bumps, it takes a bite.
Yes.
Yeah, it just makes a bite.
Oh, so gruesome.
You're being a great substitute, Greg J. Thank you.
That's where my mind went.
That's perfect. So, but that's only the beginning. That's the boringer of the two new robots. This one has a freaking little dude in it. So check it out. This is from Ford. They're you might recognize the robots from Agility Robotics and some of their YouTube videos of this action. Wow, this is a giant ad. Holy crap, State Farm. Thanks.
Wowee. Saw that.
Hey, we need an insurance sponsor here. I just realized if you sell insurance, hit us up. Anyway, you see this craziness? Did you see this fella, Jay?
Oh, yes.
That's the Ford's van that comes with a little dude that pops out, whose legs bend backwards like an ostrich, and he carries you packages. Or she. I think this one looks more like a she.
Maybe it's that teal color, right? It's got that kind of feminine vibe to it, sure.
Well, I just feel like
I think it's trans neutral. It's a robot.
it looks like it has more ports than it does appendages.
It's like a pansexual robot, right? Like, not too specific.
I really
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
I really think it would be great if, like, I had a child, and I was like, that seems odd. The timing's weird, and it comes out and has these little spindly blue robot feet and stuff. And it's like the new Milkman.
First off, back up. It's going to be weird that you just give birth for one.
Oh wait, I meant my lady giving birth. I skipped some steps there. I skipped a lot of intermediate steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because first off, you were giving birth and it has robot legs. We got two problems we're dealing with.
Yeah. It comes out with prosthetics on, and you're like, hey, hang on.
I was trying to make some Milkman point clearly, and I'm glad you guys got where I was heading. That worked out.
Yeah, well, the milkman. Yeah.
Look at these guys. Look at his little feet.
Do you think that the delivery robot always rings twice as well? Or is that just the real?
What if it doesn't ring? It just screams. It just comes to your door and is like, "Hey,
She got a package!" Or you know how like at like Smith's or wherever you go to self-checkout, it's like, please place cucumbers in the bag.
No, it's gonna sound like Gilbert Godfrey.
Yes, you got a box of your crap."
Answer the door.
Look at his little finger hands. His hands look like a black ball covered in little nubbins.
Yeah, like he's like making really tight fists.
Yeah.
Just,
Little nubbins.
Little nubbins. He's a little just nubbins things.
you know, he's very hippie too. I never noticed that, but he's got a lot of hips on him.
This robot is primarily hips.
Yeah, he is just hip.
This is awesome.
That's cool.
So how long before people just like kick it over? Like this won't be delivering stuff in Detroit probably.
We've heard of cow tipping, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, robot tipping is definitely the future.
You know what they're going to do? I have a solution for this already. So Mark Robler on YouTube, let's get in there and actually talk to the microphone. So Mark Robler on YouTube created a delivery package dummy thing. So there could be a package on his doorstep, and when someone came to steal it, they lifted the lid, and it spewed confetti all over them and stink
I saw
spray.
this. That was
Yeah.
hilarious. Yes.
That's what this robot needs. It just needs to secrete stink. If it's something that reptiles, I don't know if you guys have ever had a snake musk on you, but if you pick up a snake and it's worried about it, it'll just sweat stink juice all over you.
Ooh,
They just slime up.
not good.
That's what this robot needs to do. It just needs to
I think
spray.
it's just gonna have a taser.
Yeah,
That'd be all right.
it in itself is a taser.
So people wear gloves and stuff and just wear a bomber jacket and then just
Maybe it'll have a device. If it feels threatened, it just blows itself up.
Oh no, self-destruct.
like those cars in Africa that shoot fire out onto the doors. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't
Well,
seen
that's a
this.
car bomb.
Yeah.
Aw.
No, the car survives. So there's this pipe thing you can get installed in Africa where if someone tries to jack your car, you hit this button.
It's a pipe
and
bomb.
a wall of flames just pipe bombs up the side of the car.
Oh, that's crazy.
If they sat it, it just was like, it's just a pipe bomb. It just blows up half your car.
It's worth it though.
Worth
Just to not
it.
have it stolen. This is a crazy robot.
Thank you.
I want one.
It's crazy robot day today.
Yeah, this is such a crazy robot. I mean, the implications of this thing running around the neighborhood, I can't even begin to imagine.
Oh, I love that mental image of it just getting loose and just running.
Yeah, and it just
He's got
it's
his little
free.
mailman bag.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm over this.
He kicks a dog that tries to pee on it.
Oh. Yeah, you think speaking of dogs, you think your dogs hate the mailman. They're going to really hate this guy coming up to your
man.
door.
The dog comes back all burnt and tased and
The
stinking.
robot-
Oh, no, it's stinking. Yeah.
The robot, responds by peeing back on the dog
Yes!
with its stink spray.
Okay, now that this robot pees, I feel like we got the breakthrough we wanted to get out of this.
It's a defense mechanism.
Perfect. No, and like an eye for an eye. So the robot has built-in punishment.
I'm talking to my dude at Ford, and we're gonna give this thing a peeing receptacle, a pee dispenser.
Apparatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The urinating apparatus.
Yeah. And it just, just a squeeze bladder.
Nice. Holy crap. You guys, we're already to the first point at which we talk about sponsors again. But we've got fresh commercially nuggets today. I'm gonna show
We
you.
love sponsors here, though.
Yeah. Commercial chug.
Hey, realtors, are you looking for a new or unique way to sell that house or property? Bouncing Tiger Studios comes from creator Blaine Childer. How about an idea that you have for a new car or travel commercial? Maybe you're working on a movie that just needs some amazing aerial shots. With Bouncing Tiger Studios, you can get those breathtaking aerials along with some elegant edits with superb direction for that movie, commercial, or real estate property that you're trying to sell. If you can imagine it, they can elevate your production. Shot in 4K. Bouncing Tiger Studios lets you create with limitless possibilities. Bouncing Tiger Studios, they're just getting started. For more information, visit them online at bouncingtigerstudios.co or visit them on Facebook.
Bounce it. Bounce that tiger. Bounce him. Oh, he likes it. Look, oh, he likes it. Boy, that was a happy sounding tiger. That wasn't one under duress to get that audio sample. We fed it. You know that lunch meat, the really thin, the cheap lunch meat?
Bologna.
No, that Carl Budding. We gave that.
Oh, the package.
That Carl Budding, yeah.
That stuff is tasty.
Oh man, my
that
cats
corned
used to
beef.
flip out on that Carl Budding. Anyway.
Hey Mario, thanks for hanging out.
Hey, thanks for inviting me. Who are we waiting on again?
Dan.
Oh, really? So we can hear him talk about getting naked again?
Guys, you wouldn't believe the amazing weekend I had this weekend.
You got naked.
Yeah, I went out on this date with this chick. All of a sudden, we went to the movies, and then all of a sudden, guess what?
You got naked.
Yeah, and then the next day, look at the French braid in my hair. I went to my niece's birthday party, and guess what happened after that?
You got naked?
Yeah, and then oddly enough, the next day I was playing bridge with my mom and her friends, and then right after that, guess what happened?
You got naked.
Yeah, hey, how did you guys know this? You know what, tell you the truth, I'm actually kind of feeling hungry right now. What do you guys say we get naked?
Why do you want to get naked to eat?
Again.
Oh, that's so weird.
Who said anything about getting naked? I want to get pizza.
Visit nakedcitylv.com for the location nearest you.
Please wear pants.
Yeah.
Addicted to sex robots?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like
But I'm not really. I just really appreciated the research that
that Whitney Cummings did. Yeah.
Whitney Cummings did. Yeah.
Holy crap! Talking to people that like hung out the adamant
Own them
owners.
and own them and comb their hair and
It's so creepy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to do more work. Right now, the sex robots, they kind of like you have to kind of do a lot of the pushing. You know what I'm saying? I want the man like Cowboy 2000.
Yeah.
Reverse cowgirl.
Right. You just choose your position and it just hops
I
on.
want one that makes you feel guilty for being with it.
Like real life. That's
It's-
perfect. Yeah.
It's the most delicious.
All right, Dix, I told you to register for the free Aerosmith tickets by clicking on the link for the Radio Vegas Rocks app and then simply register your name and phone number under the VIP tab. To punish you, Dix, I'm going to play Janie's Got a Gun on my hand flute while I explain again how great this contest through Radio Vegas Rocks truly is. This is free airfare, free hotel accommodations, and 2 VIP tickets on the actual stage. You're on the stage watching Aerosmith play. If one of you dicks win these tickets and you have no one to go with, I'll go with you. I would love to see if Aerosmith on stage turtle, even if you win. As long as you promise you don't roofie my drink, you don't have sex with my dead corpse. Hopefully he doesn't make my skin into some sort of apparatus he wears around his face. I'll even stay with you. All you have to do is download the Radio Vegas Rocks app and register under the VIP tab of the app to win.
Download the Radio Vegas Rocks app right now.
Yeah, download it. Yeah, don't forget, once you get that app, all you have to do is give us your email address and phone number, but we're not going to use it except for telling you about the tickets you won, most
And of
likely.
course, texting dick pics. But besides that,
Yeah.
that's all.
We don't send,
Robot
like,
dick pics.
Robot dick pics.
Only
yeah.
a few. We don't like send like the half finished, you know, the ones that haven't been doctored. We spend the time to Photoshop them nicely.
I like to apply a nice filter. The ones like with the glasses and the hats and stuff.
I never send a picture of my wiener without glasses on it.
I know. It just looks
And a
so
little
much more
hat.
refined.
Yeah.
With, some reading
Monocle.
glasses.
Only a monocle.
Ooh, the monocle.
monocle.
That makes way too much sense.
What's great
Holy
about the
crap.
monocle is the one eye.
Yes.
See, you guys aren't thinking.
Oh, now we are. Yeah, now we're definitely thinking.
And a bow tie.
A monocle and a bow tie. Might as well have a cane.
People will take you serious if you send a dick pic with a monocle and a bow tie. They'll be like, that guy's serious about what he does.
I guess I got my last job that way.
Right.
That was my cover letter.
Wow, that's like your profile
They're
picture.
like, show us your best feature. You're like, ta-da.
Tell us how you can help this company make more money. Well, look at this. I mean, look at this guy. So,
Just in case you're worried, this is still a commercial for I don't even know what wiener hats.
Wiener Schnitzel.
It turns out we're back. It's the Greasy Conversation talk show on RadioVegas.rocks.
Dot rocks. I didn't get the echo.
No, you can have it. You can grab that yellow.
Dot rocks.
There you go. Gotta take what you want here.
Okay. I'll be more grabby on it next time.
So, Greg's always got the spiteful news, and he sent us something about how apparently if you give anti-vaxxers, what is it? Smallpox? Wow, that's the worst pox.
It's so tiny. I hate it.
They totally want vaccines then. But the thing is, if you got it before you got the smallpox, then you wouldn't get the smallpox. I feel like, if you've ever seen someone like, what's that, polio?
Yeah.
Boy, have you seen what that does to folks? That could come back. We could get that polio again.
That's not good. We don't want that.
No.
Nobody wants that.
So
the deal is you give an anti-vaxxer a vaccine and then they don't get the disease that they got the vaccine for.
it's that simple.
That's weird.
I mean, that's common sense.
Is it? Oh, okay. Some people didn't realize that, I think.
Over 880 confirmed cases.
Of smallpox.
Yeah. And not only that, we've now got better ways of people getting on social media and complaining about the preventable illnesses they've gotten.
Oh, yeah.
So news is spreading.
Just like smallpox.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why.
Just had to have it. Oh, God.
Okay. Chugging along. Smallpox. That's a thing. I got my Huawei spy stories. Oh, dang. Okay, hold on. Check this out, because this is going to be another thing that's going to pop up on Joe Rogan. It's going to be on my show first.
Yes.
Yeah, and these bow-legged robots, you watch out, because some of these little chunks end up being the same things that Jamie ends up randomly showing Rogan later. And we're scoopers here. Tell your friends if you want the fresh scoops, like the one I'm about to show you. Get ready, because
Come here first.
I'm not sure if this is still even online. They might have taken it down, but I downloaded a mirror of it. Yeah, check this out. Try to guess what you're looking at here. Jay, you might have seen this. This is a ton of phones. Just tables covered in phones.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, you do.
At first, I thought it was still the cell phones they had from the Route 91 incident.
Yikes.
Oh, the
Because
FBI.
those were so many unclaimed. But this is from EDC.
Yeah. To give a scope of how many people show up to EDC with like a phone tucked in their thong, just look at this. This is just the
Holy
phones that
crap.
people returned. And then this whole other
Oh,
table
my
where they're
God.
still sorting them.
Uncategorized. Yeah, no dots on them yet.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I mean, what are they going to do with all these phones?
Well, they're ideally, like, see how they're putting stickers on them, and this woman's keeping like a log on this computer over here. So I'm pretty sure that's going to help them get returned to people,
Okay.
because you can't get that much info not being able to unlock them.
Well, maybe they're color coded to the price and expense of that phone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like green's over $100. Red's an iPhone 10.
That's right.
So
They're
it's
just
like
going to hawk
$1,000.
them all. That's
Yeah.
right.
Like the blue bubble people get special treatment over
Look,
the green bubble
if I
people.
bought a $1,000 phone, I'm not leaving it at EDC.
I know.
I mean, unless something happens, you
And
get
one,
too
I got
drunk and
insurance
fall
on it,
down.
and I'm not leaving Vegas without it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. This would be a good like Apple Watch commercial.
I can't find my phone.
Because if you had the Apple Watch with the SIM card, this would be baloney. You just leave it in your glove box.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, just imagine all the different weird like tit, sweat, and perfume.
Wouldn't
must
that be great
wafting
if they
off of
all
this
rang
table.
at the same time? That would be amazing.
That would be a Huawei thing. I'm thinking.
Yeah, right?
They'd hack it.
They're
already
like,
in.
and go. All the different ringtones, everything.
All the
Holy
batteries
crap.
explode.
Oh no. What are these Samsungs?
Wait, that's something we didn't put together. If Huawei can take Samsung's exploding battery technology, then they might have been
No.
trying to plant bombs all around America more than just spying on us.
Well, and
And they could put it in a robot that carries the mail.
Right, so Ford could be unwillingly delivering bombs thanks to Huawei taking Samsung's.
holy
Dang.
crap, we're gonna go down a rabbit hole right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, this Huawei thing is gonna get way out of hand.
Let's get Kriya on the phone.
Where you at, Cree?
That's my nickname for the whole country. Is what up, Cree?
Yeah, yo, Cree.
Yeah, that's breaking, you guys. We got that local edition EDC special.
You don't
Tell
see that
your
just
friends.
anywhere.
No, Greasy Conversation. It takes a community to tell other people nearby, because when you're alone, there can't be someone next to you to tell them about Greasy Conversation. right. I've got another fun one that we can revel in. So, did you guys hear about... Do you know what Brigham Young University is?
Yeah, BYU. For
Yeah.
Sure.
No disrespect to it as a educational establishment, but it's a Mormon university. And although Latter-day Saints Church has recently kind of like decriminalized homosexuality, or rather like you can't, like they don't punish your kids anymore if you're gay.
They still kick you out of like the temple, but you can still go to church
Yeah.
or something.
Or you can't be temple
But
worthy.
you have to go in the basement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
you
go-
can listen to sermon from the basement.
Yeah,
It's definitely like second class
I can say that
citizen
as a
status.
former member of the Mormon Church.
I was in the basement
Yeah.
a long time, you know what I'm saying?
Never made it out of the basement. Really.
It was real dark in there.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, a lot of people speculate that, I'm telling you this in the wrong order. And because a lot of you people aren't reading this on the screen. The valedictorian, which blows my mind because that's like champion of college, right? That's like you
Yeah.
win college if you're the valedictorian. Like,
Yeah, they give you like an extra $100 and they're just like, here you go, man. Here's your diploma. Go on your way. Good luck.
There's not usually like multiple valedictorians, are there? There's usually just like one champion one, right?
What like
If there
you,
is, something's gone wrong.
Yeah, it's a weird call.
I think if you tie for valedictorian, you just like arm wrestle and then basically feats
Yeah.
of strength at that point.
So this mic dropping boss comes out as gay in his valedictorian speech at a Mormon college.
Oh shit.
It's just so gangsta. And one of the people like that I was talking to this about said that now they could leave the church and their degree won't be held hostage. But I think they're gonna keep like preaching like the Mormon viewpoint of God just as a gay person. Just like that boggles my mind like just a notch more. Because I'd feel like I would just kind of roll my own way with the fact that I'm kind of not respected for being something I can't avoid being in this church. But still like, okay, no, I'm going to... But that's kind of cool because it takes those kind of people to reform things too.
Yeah, but
to
see,
stick
then
around trying to
you-
make it better.
Right, but at the same time, like you kind of make your statement and then you go on your way, right? Like you did your thing. You're a badass. No,
Yeah.
now go live your life. I don't know. But yeah, if you're saying like that's a good point, you know, he's trying to help others maybe be in the same position he's in.
Yeah,
Be
when
awesome
I first...
and be gay, like it's cool, you know, you can do it.
The headline made me think it was like a total badass way to like leave a thing that you invested in. But I think he's really gonna stay involved with that church and try to make it better like that, which is kind of a little bit more heartwarming than just the gangster move that I originally saw in this.
It's commendable. You got to wonder if he planned this since day one. You know, he's like, I'm a boy genius, so I'm
There's
just going to
no way.
go ahead and be valedictorian and then make a big scene about it, make a statement.
I can't imagine since day one of going that you would choose that college if you really like anticipated that your homosexuality was not a reversible thing. I guarantee he wouldn't have gone to Brigham Young if he didn't think it was going to like get over
He gets the
it.
award for being valedictorian, and then he's like, psych!
Yeah, bitches! You gave it to a gay person, Nina! Like, how many blessings were really withheld from you for your homosexuality if you still made valedictorian? Like, God was hooking you up somehow if that's what you're looking at it.
Or like he fooled God too, right? I mean, you know, he had him fooled. I don't know.
Yeah! That's the best way to look at that.
I don't know.
Gotcha, Lord.
Yeah.
All right, this is a juicy one. Thanks, folks. If you like the juice, tell your friends. And
Speaking of juice, we love juice too. Do we have a juice sponsor?
juice sponsor. You know, Hangover Joe's is very juice-like.
Yeah, that and really even Zip Fizz. I mean, either one
Yeah.
could be, I guess, you know, perfect. Yeah. So speaking of juice, Zip Fizz.
Ange Kerfoot, Angkerfoot, recently released an album with me. Look it up. It's called Into the Whatever. She highly recommends the Fruit Punch Zip Fizz. She said she doesn't even know.
Top notch.
Yeah.
That's what Jay drinks too. He had
Fruit
me trying
punch
to
and
get him one
grapes
the
is
other
my
day.
favorite.
Yeah.
I
You should
can't
try
tell the
them
difference.
together, Ange.
Oh, she was going nuts too. She was like, "Why?"
I like
didn't
to
you show
call
me
it
this?"
grape punch.
No, that's brilliant. I don't like the dark flavors as much though. I'm totally the lemon and the lemon lime person. I'm who they make those for.
Yeah,
and the iced tea.
Me, I'm like the Suicide Mission. Just pour it all in together and see what happens.
It's like a lump.
No, there's no limit. This stuff dissolves. It's
Well,
I don't know what the
Our
technology
old friend
is.
Tom Daw, who is Larry the Cable Guy impersonator, he put 6 flavors, whole tubes, in one bottle of water to see what would happen, and he didn't get a heart attack, which I was surprised.
Yeah.
But now he's got all kinds of medical problems, and I hope that's not because of that.
Let's say unrelated.
Yeah, unrelated.
Really low come down though. It's not very come downy.
No.
No.
No, tons of them B vitamins.
Oh, those B vitamins are where it's at.
B vitamins.
Feels so good.
They bivitamin you.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you hear about the criminal that posted on Facebook that he'll turn himself in if he gets 1,500 likes?
No.
On
I
this
missed
post?
I missed this.
Apparently, it's just like a warrant evasion thing. It's not like a murderer, or they would just probably track him down harder. They'd talk to Huawei and get this guy's location and track him down.
Easy peasy. Yeah.
But instead, the police department posted. They got in contact with him and like tried to talk him down to 1,000 likes, from 2,000 likes, and he said, "Okay, 1,500 likes, and I'll turn myself in."
Okay, so
And then what's funny yet is he got
We
the
need that
police
guy.
department.
We need that guy to be our PR department here
Right?
at the radio
Yeah.
station,
I know,
so we can get
right?
those the Aerosmith tickets moving.
Which are free Aerosmith tickets that you can win, by the way. Just download the app.
yeah, not just the tickets, but like travel and all that too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's quite the package.
RadioVegas.rocks.
Rocks.
Maybe if you got 1,500 likes, you could take him with you.
No, he'll be in jail then.
So did he get his likes? I didn't.
This
hear
is
about
an ongoing thing, but that police department shared his post and asked the public.
If I was the police department, I would have gotten a hold of Facebook and I would have bought those likes.
Right?
Oh,
Boost that post.
Boost that
Yeah.
post. But look at that. In a matter of 10 minutes, you got
Boosted.
over 1,500 likes.
that's
there you
brilliant.
Now you got to
Yeah.
turn yourself in.
Just boost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, using that lever.
Yes.
So that cracks me up because if the police department shared it and they said in their post, "Okay, help us get this post to 1,500 likes to catch this criminal," or if you just know the person, just turn him in.
Just tell us who this is, please.
Yeah,
Where's
that'll
he,
work
where's
too.
he at?
We
Oh,
don't have to do this.
Or we just buy the likes.
really like that
Oh,
idea.
man.
It's so clever.
That's the best use of buying likes I've heard of yet. For justice. For justice, you guys.
Likes for justice.
For justice.
Justice.
All right. Cleans house. Oh! This is one for your heart, Jay. We have tortoise news.
Oh, I know this story. I
Yeah,
think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Holla, let me know.
Is this the one that went missing?
Yeah,
And 29 years later, he's been found?
How big is this house?
Well, it's a family. It was a family in Brazil. The kids, 29 years ago, were renovating the house, and they thought the turtle got out because the construction workers had left gates open.
Oh, no.
So they couldn't find him, and they looked for a couple days or whatever, and they couldn't find him. So they gave up. The father has since passed away, and they had to go back to the house to clean it out. But the father became a major hoarder. So they had like broken ovens and stoves, all this stuff in this thing in 2 rooms. And the kid, like the oldest son, was taking a box of records and throwing them out. And the neighbor was like, "Hey, what are you going to do about that tortoise that's in the house?" And he was like, "What are you talking about?" They went in there and they uncovered the tortoise. And it's their tortoise that they lost 29 years ago. He's lived 3 decades in this dude's house off of like termites and bugs and all kinds of stuff.
This is totally hard to believe, man.
It's
He's
amazing.
a horrible fella, too.
You didn't notice like all the shit laying around the room and
Well, there's so much stuff in there. They didn't see it.
like literal turtle shit. You
Yeah.
think you just noticed.
3 decades of turtle poop.
Yeah. Holy hell.
Yeah, your tortoise, Tank, which totally have all the papers for, legal desert tortoise, he scares people surprisingly all the
No,
time.
just you, Woz.
No.
He only scares you.
He sneaks up, you guys, this tortoise,
He's so quiet.
but so determined. Like, he doesn't come at you quickly, but when he comes at you,
No,
there's
he can come at you quickly and quietly because he's a ninja.
yeah,
Ninja
it's
turtle.
quicker than
Yeah.
you expect. It's just quick enough to be haunting.
Yeah.
And there's this look on his eyes like he's all determined to get there. And you're
Only
like, "What's
for
he
you,
gonna do?"
buddy. He's taking you out.
Oh man, there's a quick video of him chasing me on the Greasy Conversation Instagram, which you can share with your friends. But yeah, that tortoise, it had its own like room in the house that we only got back after the hibernation had ended. My folks used to have one too, and he'd like live under their bed and bang into like the metal frame of the bed random times at night.
Sporadically.
Yeah, it was like a monster under the bed, like in the realest way.
That is terrifying. But I guess if you're used to it, you wouldn't even notice. You wouldn't even hear it.
Yeah. When you don't put your finger in their face, you'll come back minus one finger.
Well,
Yeah.
if they're hungry, yes. If he's not hungry.
And you're really patient to wait for him to chew through your finger. It's not not something that happens
It's not much of a
quickly.
snapping turtle, right?
It doesn't really hurt when he bites you.
Have you got him too
big
before?
teeth.
Yes.
You got him all riled up and excited?
No, he'll just bite you.
Tank, he's a little scary. I will admit. I went over to try to pet him and see what was up.
What do you do? Growl at you and say back off? What?
No, he didn't do anything, and that's why it's creepy.
What part of him did you try to pet?
his little head. I was just gonna give him a little head pet, and
I don't understand how it's creepy.
he just sat there, just staring at me.
There's no
Didn't
fur.
move.
The only
at
fur
all.
is from the animals inside of him that he eats. All little furry mice he catches and stuff. That's how they eat, right?
No. Not unless they have to.
Yeah. What does he eat? He just
Vegetables and fruit.
So you just
Yeah.
leave a few things around for him. And
Lettuces.
lettuces.
lettuces, dead soldiers, or whatever he can really
Dead
find.
soldiers.
Don't know.
I don't think you can finish a dead soldier.
He's a big
that's-
guy.
Yeah, give him some time.
Yeah.
I've got 3 decades.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
oh man, Greg's always got new meth news for me, you guys.
Oh no.
But this is like, do literally anything else with your life besides meth, please.
Oh please.
Or you'll be like this dude that he said, well, this is funny because a bunch of people have, this is really new, and it's been posted that there's a drug lab found in his home, and he's really upset because he just wanted to make essential oils. But from what little I know about making essential oils, you can just use like fruit glycerin and like extract things from plants and stuff. I don't think
So it's just kind of like a bowl with a little something in it. It's not like a full.
You don't need radiator coolant.
right?
Right,
So he got
yeah.
this chemistry set, and he was bragging to his neighbors and friends, like, I got this chemistry set. I'm going to make my essential oils, according to him. But I feel like the police department, in the process of raiding him, would be able to tell the difference between, like, the kind of chemistry set you'd make essential oils with and, like, one that you'd make meth with. Just seems like it wouldn't be a lot of overlapping chemicals in that. Maybe I'm wrong. If you got more details, holler in the chat. But someone already reposted this, like, look at these dumb cops arresting this person making essential oils. I'm like, wait a minute. There's a lot of people involved in this. I think this person might actually just have been making meth.
Yeah, you can't just believe his story because
No.
obviously he's gonna have a story.
Because I think the way that Channel 3 and Fox News have been talking about this as if, like, it's funny that he had this excuse. I think they're kind of trying to be neutral as journalism folks and just present these two sides. But it looks like there's all these professionals that regularly bust meth labs on one side. And then there's this one person that really seems like they would make meth, claiming to suddenly be into making essential. And where are the essential oils? Oh, here's the other thing. It's for his Etsy store and stuff. I couldn't find his Etsy store.
Okay, so he's got no Etsy store.
No.
And he's got no essential oils.
It's not open yet. He has nothing to sell.
He just got
He's trying
the kit.
to make the oils and he got shut down.
How frustrating. I hate when that happens.
He has to have product in order to sell it on Etsy.
You guys, if you want the occasional deep dives on things, tell your friends about the Greasy Conversation podcast, because I deep dove on this one and I couldn't find, like, I found an article saying that he had an Etsy store and this was for his existing Etsy store. No goddamn Etsy store. Nothing, unless he's using some false name or something. Anyway, there's still more research pending on this, but nevertheless,
I'm sure
seems
maybe
like-
the Etsy store's not under his name. Maybe it's under Essential Meth. You don't know.
Essential meth oils. Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
not for human consumption.
Right. Yeah.
Remember when like fake weed was killing everybody?
Special
And, like,
K and all that. Yeah.
No, Special K. If it's ketamine and not just like fentanyl, someone calls Special K.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, ketamine's all right, but not like.
I dated
these-
a girl named Special K.
Aw, yeah, ketamine was a sweetheart. Old Ketty.
Yeah. She's very reliable. Always knocked me on my ass.
Going in the K hole. I haven't had that in forever, and I didn't have a good time, so I'm not advocating that either. Just a lot of other people like it, so I'm leaving that on the table. So,
But the fake weed, that's
this is our drug review time.
Yeah,
you know what I was
time
getting
for
to
drug
with that? Drug review, you guys.
drug review.
There used to be this thing where you'd get that or like bath salts, and it would always come from some shady one of those like smoke shops and say not for human consumption.
Yes, right, exactly.
But like you'd be buying it to consuming.
That's the idea. Yeah. It's kind of like buying potpourri and smoking it up. It's like, why are you doing this? What are
Yeah.
you doing to yourself?
I don't think bath salts are a thing anymore. That shit was freaky.
Is it not a thing?
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe it's not as big of a thing. Like, people have kind of moved on
Are
to
you saying
other
people
new
learn how to
things, but
control eating their face?
yeah, they tamed it down. So-
Everybody who was going to do it just killed themselves and others, and now...
So that's not a thing.
We,
So,
just, we just let it weed the problem out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Self-correcting. I like that.
They'll figure it out.
they'll figure it out. Yeah, there was a police department that you guys remember AJ, the bassist in Strange Mistress. So he was telling me about how he'd get in trouble with his local law folks, those law folks,
Yeah. Damn
and
law folks.
this one law folk pulled him aside and was like, "What are the kids doing with the borax? What are the kids doing with all the borax?" To this day, I can't figure out what the hell the kids were doing with the borax. Making soap. Apparently, this town had a bunch of rogue kids stealing borax and making their own soap, I guess.
Town had a major soap problem.
Yeah, I can't find anything fun to do with borax whatsoever.
Everybody just has like terribly dry skin. They're just over soaping. Come on.
This
Ease
town,
up,
this
kids.
town is afflicted with dry skin.
Yeah. Oh.
We should have a robot that takes care of it.
Yeah, like a scrubby robot. He just creepily hangs out in your bathtub area.
He just comes over and touches you like you're feeling a bit dry
It
today.
just lightly takes the dry skin away from you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Why does it have to be he, you guys?
Whatever,
Yeah.
it's to preference, whatever you order.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of day
Yeah.
I'm having.
Suppose, yeah, if I'm going to have like a skin checking robot.
Maybe while
let's make it a
she's
chick.
eating the dry skin out, she's also moisturizing you.
Eating the dry skin? I thought we were lotioning the skin, but yeah, I guess she could eat
No.
it.
You got to
too.
get rid of the dry skin, then
Yeah.
Okay,
you
so-
moisturize.
So she's exfoliating, then this hand exfoliates, and this hand
There's this robot that's just
moisturizes.
like plucking at you and putting stuff in its mouth, just like a little shrimp.
No, I just think
Yeah.
it works like one of them, like, on the commercial for the bubbles that clean your bathtub. It's got one of those scrubby things on it. It just moves up and down and takes care of all the dead skin.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just pictured like you show up to work and there's a note to see your boss. You go up a couple floors in this office building and you go into his giant office, and behind his wooden desk is your boss, and next to him is this robot, knees bent backwards, just like sucking on his arm, just like slurping on him.
Yeah,
Just
sorry to
awkwardly.
interrupt.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Can we have our financials meeting now?
It's
or
like sucking on the
later?
side of his face. It's just
Yeah.
like, no, I'm exfoliating.
And you
on
can,
it."
and you can
Just ignore
program
it.
it to have it say nice things to you.
Yeah, it's like whisper.
So it's not weird.
Yeah. Ooh, I got a really good spot there. Your skin's looking so good here.
This spot's getting really good.
Oh no.
Are you using a new deodorant today? It smells great.
No, it just hums. It just goes. Mm.
It hums your favorite song.
Okay. Perfect.
So like Enter Sandman from Metallica.
You guys, if you think about it, a sex robot can only please you for so long. There's only such a period of time in the day you have.
You don't
Just-
know.
This is a robot that's gonna be. It's like better than massage robot.
Like I'm gonna love a robot that hums.
So kind of.
P.S.
hums
I
and
Love You
sucks
by
on
the
me.
Beatles.
Oh my god. I think you make a good point though. You've got these private robots, but then you've got these public robots. Take them out with you, in your day-to-day life. Feel free.
They know their place.
Yeah. They know their place, but people can watch it happen.
There's
so.
never any weird, awkward meeting between the public and private robot,
Oh God. Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
so they don't get jealous.
They never meet.
You've got to keep them separate. That's for sure.
My robot sucking on my arm would hum "Tiny Dancer" by Elton John. What would yours, Jetson?
Dancer. I think mine's gonna be doing like little Tom Petty, like
Little Tom Petty?
Yeah, a little something like "Don't have to live like a refugee, man.
Hell
You
yeah,
got
Tom
robots
Petty.
to take care of your skin."
Yeah, you don't have to live like a refugee.
I have a
You got
feeling
it.
like Mad Mike's it would be something like, some rap song, some brutal.
Death metal.
Yeah.
Or
So
something.
it would be something really awkward. Or A Whole New World or something because he's so into Disney.
Oh,
so it would have
boy.
to be some weird Disney song.
Like
would
let
definitely
it
be a whole new
go.
world.
Let all that
It
dead
would
skin go.
Maybe the theme to the Muppets. I don't know.
What is the theme to the Muppets?
Ask Mike. He'll sing it for you.
Muppets.
Muppets.
Time. Got the Muppets going on. Look at lots of Muppets.
If you don't know, that was his at the start of his wedding reception when they walked through to tell everybody they're there. That was the song that they walked through the doors with. Was the theme to the Muppets.
No way.
I'm not even making it up.
That's
I'm
amazing.
not even making
For
it up.
sure.
Oh boy.
Does
I was,
Disney?
I was just like, I watched people's reactions and I was like, only Mike. Like I was the only one that didn't seem like I was surprised by it.
Does Disney own the Jim Henson
Yeah.
stuff now? Dang. This means okay. In high school, I used to dream about.
Well, Muppets. They don't own everything Jim Henson.
Oh, okay, just the
Muppets.
Muppets. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, people ask each other what you would do if you had like $1 million, or now it'd be like $1 billion or something, because $1 million's like not
Like
a big deal
at least like
anymore.
100 million. What are you gonna do with it?
Like some real millions. Like, what would you do? And I used to say, forget buying an object, forget buying a trip. I'm gonna spend all my money on licensing. And I'm going to make the dopest music video ever. I'm going to buy the Star Wars licensing. I'm going to buy Paramount's licensing. I'm going to buy Disney licensing.
But speaking of that, that's kind of like what Walmart did with that one commercial where they had the Back to the Future car, they had the Jurassic Park cars in it, they had the Batmobile.
Oh.
They had like 80 things in that commercial, and like they had like
I never saw that commercial.
yeah, it's not that old, but they had like it was a 2-minute commercial, and they had all these. You're like, man, they must have paid because they had the kit. They had Kit from Knight Rider in it, so they must have paid a pretty good penny
for sure.
Yeah, even to have 4 of those. They had the Ghostbuster car in it. I mean, they had a ton of stuff, and they had Slimer from Ghostbusters in it. So
That's
you're
crazy.
like, licensing on that alone had to have been.
I'd really like to
super
see your
expensive.
reaction when you see this. It's going to be like this realization of the dream that you've had mixed with like somebody else got there first. It's going to be
That's what you're witnessing in my face right now. is
just
that
the
feeling
thought
of
of that.
yeah.
Like, all the
Like,
dreams I've
well,
had since a child
Do
taken
you guys?
away.
Does that make me cool or uncool that Walmart took my idea?
I think it's
like-
it's cool that it
Technically,
happened.
corporation.
technically, because you hadn't seen the commercial, you took it from them.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
You know what? I think the problem is it's cool that you had the dream. It's just uncool that you shared it too late.
I've been sharing it for a long time.
Oh, you have? Okay. Well, then
Too
find
bad. I was
a
telling
record of
people about
yourself
my-
sharing that and sue Walmart. You know what I mean?
Here's the problem.
Well, see, if you said it on there, you have to go copyright, and then
Yeah. You have to say copyright.
Okay, yeah.
Then it fixes it.
Yeah.
That's why I just say copyright randomly.
I
throughout my
said
show.
copyright.
The show copyright.
See, what happened is all the people I was telling it to, I told them all on my Huawei phone. So, yeah.
That's
what
your
happens.
first mistake. Yeah.
You know what's funny is, Walmart couldn't hold them hostage like they used to by saying, oh, you got to do this commercial. You got to share your licensing or we won't put your DVDs in our store. So that's not something I have to worry about selling much of anymore.
DVDs? No. Yeah, books? No. Action figures? Maybe. Right. I mean, Nintendo.
And you know,
Mario.
honestly, I think the commercial was
devices.
about that because Walmart will deliver groceries to your house. I think that's what it was all about. And they had all these freaking movie cars. And you're like, that made
Nice.
no sense, but you remember that commercial.
That's yeah. I mean, are they gonna show up in a Ghostbusters car?
That'd
Like
be
that would be
amazing.
cool. Yeah. If they're gonna deliver in that, then I'm gonna use the service.
That's an extra fee.
Yeah, they gotta pay for that commercial.
You pay the extra
somehow.
fee for the delivery fee, and it's like the the most recent Ghostbusters movie car. And you're like, darn it.
Yeah, right. Like the old like Buick. whatever that thing was.
It's the Knight Rider car that's the Mustang, not the old original kit. It's like that 90s kit Knight Rider car.
Yeah, and you're like, this isn't quite doing it
Oh
for
man,
me.
denied.
Yeah, not the original. Too bad.
They should bring back Herbie the Love Bug. I'm sorry, it's a touch off topic, but all these movies coming back and there's no Herbie. Come on now. It's because America doesn't like Volkswagen. After Volkswagen cheated all our emissions stuff.
Okay,
that's the last thing we want to do now.
Yeah, but like Volkswagen cheating emissions, like
that's what the Herbie the Love Bug is all about. Herbie's like a spy.
Right, exactly. That was
Undermines
all the plan from the beginning.
I had a friend that used to live here. He bought a Herbie the Love Bug from an auto auction.
That was like in the movie?
Yeah. He's got it. It's got a certificate and everything. And I remember he drove it to work one day, and a bunch of us drove around in it. It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Oh man, that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. And Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Back to the Future and Knight Rider, anything where there was a sentient car. Man, I would take my Hot Wheels cars and pretend there are people and stick. Do you guys remember Constructs? It was like gray bars and little blue knots. You'd build stuff out of them.
I never got any of those.
And they had these green seats, and you could make a car out of that, and I would have the other cars drive those. Or those plastic grocery store cars were the perfect size to have a Hot Wheels car drive them.
That is cool. Yeah.
That was my G.I. Joes were just Matchbox cars.
That's amazing. I was more into like as a kid like Pet Cemetery and stuff like that. I don't know.
Those Pet Cemetery toys were really fun, right?
Yeah, just like dead cat. It's like basically just stuffed animals. Really is all you're really playing
You're
with.
just really into stuffed animals.
Yeah,
but dead ones.
This one's dead.
That makes it manly.
It's Back from the Future. It's dead.
Hey, you guys, we hit that top of the broadcast now again. We're at the central hump location. So that means it's time for commercial chat.
Hey, have you guys ever heard about HempWorks? I have. It's the highest quality hemp-derived CBD oil you can get. They have 11 incredible hemp-derived CBD products in the HempWorks brand. The products consist of 6 tinctures, 3 topicals, and 2 pet products, which all utilize CO2 extracted hemp oil grown in Kentucky. That's the good stuff. There's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so it's totally risk-free. If you don't like it, money-back guaranteed. Contact Heather B. Centers on Facebook or happyhealthyfamily5@gmail.com and get your HempWorks CBD oil today.
Oil, CBD oil, oil yourself. Rub it on your pets. Your pets are going to live a long time.
Essential oils.
Essential CBD oils, yeah.
These essential oils have drugs in them, but they're legal, and it's joyous, and your teeth won't fall out.
Essential non-meth related CBD oils. That's the way to go.
Whoops.
Hey everybody, for the past few months we've been telling you about Brothers Pizza. You know, the place that's located at 7575 South Rainbow. We've told you about how amazing their pizza is, how awesome it is that they stay open late, and that on Tuesdays it's 50-cent wing night, and now it's boneless wing night on Thursdays. It just keeps getting better and better. Brothers Pizza is the home of the 30-inch pie, killer pasta, sandwiches, hamburgers, salads, and more. The best part is when you call in and order for pickup and mention RadioVegas.rocks, you'll get 10% off your order. You want another reason to go check out Brothers Pizza? Well, if you order a lunch special off of our app, you're going to earn your way to a free personal pizza. That's right. Check out the RadioVegas.rocks app loyalty program. Check out Brothers Pizza. 10 punches, you'll get that free personal pizza. And join us on June 15th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. down at Brothers Pizza, located at 7575, for again another fun day out in the sun as we give away a pizza an hour. That's June 15th from 11 to 4 p.m. Brothers Pizza, 7575 South Rainbow. Hopefully we'll see you there.
10 punches on the app and you get a free pizza. That's not how it works in life and many times. Very few less than 10 punches.
And they have such a variety of food. You could go there every day, try something different, still not have it all, and get your app completed, and then get a free personal pizza.
Yeah, if you punch someone for every different meal item they have there, it'll be a lot more than 10 punches, and you'll probably be arrested.
You just go up there and you scan it after you order your lunch. It has to be a lunch special, which is like $6 or more, and then you scan it, and then you get a free punch.
Totally. Don't punch your phone
One
with
a
your
day,
fist.
people.
Yeah, punch your phone with your fist once a day, and you'll get a free. No, it's not that kind of punching. but nor is it like fruit punch, which would also damage your phone. You'd have to dip it in some rice. And these folks. Oh, hey, Jammyland, you guys, get ready because this is happening today. There is this awesome show called Viva Ska Radio that happens before this show. And there's an event going on with it.
No,
you should really...
Viva Ska Radio is on Tuesdays.
Oh, okay. Josh was just doing stuff at this
He just
time.
plays regular music today.
So glad that you mentioned that. I forgot. It's a great show. You should check out the whole schedule at radiovegas.rocks. Check out some of these other shows. Many of them are almost as good as this one.
Coming up, Friday, May 24th, Viva Ska Radio presents Warsaw, Poland Bros, the B-Sharps, Los Agrios, the Stepdaughters, Robert Stokes, Nashing, Scotty Dub and the Jellyfish, Not for Sale, William Neal, Junior Ska Boss, and select a stream of Viva Ska Radio spinning for you all night. Killer drinks, killer food. Come dance your ass off with us.
Can definitely just be more.
I was just like saying, Casey and I were talking about the improving my button game, and that it doesn't have to be better buttons, just more buttons. Just
More
push
buttons.
more buttons.
Yeah.
Extra buttons.
Extra buttons. So let's try that out now.
Well, you're back with us. It's Greasy Conversation, the talk show, spelled appropriately. You can Google it on radiovegas.rocks. Radiovegas.rocks is what you mentioned to all our sponsors, to have them appreciate you more and help us keep all our windows and doors, our electricity on. Keep those windows and doors open.
And the internet bill.
Windows clean, because we do have a cool house cleaning service.
We do. Tell us more about the house cleaning service.
Deluxe house cleaning. It's in there. We have a commercial in there for it.
Deluxe house cleaning.
She's amazing, though. Her name is Blanca Lopez.
Blanca Lopez. I'm shouting her out extra because I don't think I have that commercial loaded up for my show.
But
it's on the.
If you find
automation.
Deluxe Cleaning Service on Facebook and mention Radio Vegas, she will enter you into a drawing for one free cleaning.
Excellent.
That's pretty cool. And you know what? You know what I do is every time I come in for the Rock and Comedy Show Mondays 6 to 9 p.m., I always do the white glove test here at the studio just to make sure that everything's up to speed. And oh, trust me, it's clean. Like these gloves stay white.
These gloves stay white, you guys.
That's right.
Anyway, that's the news knife. And we've got local news right now. Did you hear that here in Clark County, $1.8 million from marijuana licensing, which is legal here, is going to go to the homeless, particularly people that are medically fragile and homeless youth. Just something that we collect that here. People try to world travel and get stuck here. People make bad financial decisions here.
Called They Don't Know How to Stop Gambling.
No. And you might not ever learn that you'll be one of those non-stoppers until you go to where it's at you everywhere.
Until you reach in your pocket and go, now I have no money for food.
Oh, it turns out I have
The
a life
third
skill.
time this week, I'm hungry because of gambling. Damn it.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff can happen, but we collect a lot of extra folks, and we can't just keep them all in the water tunnels, because that was a thing. I think it still is a thing.
It's still a thing.
The drainage tunnels under the city are just like the only place for a lot of people to live here.
And
even though
like,
there's tracts of empty homes.
I know, that's the sad part.
Yeah.
Like, can we start moving some of the people who have to live in the tunnel?
The
into these
Riviera
empty
would have made a
houses?
nice homeless shelter.
I know.
The Riviera? Oh my god.
Is there anything even there? The Riviera? Is
No,
that
they
where
blew it
they're
up.
putting Resorts World? Or
No, they blew it up.
yeah, I know they blew it up, but it seems
It's
like they just
supposed to
left.
become a convention center space.
Yeah, there's not a lot of conventioning happening right there.
No. But it will when they build it.
Alrighty, I'll be patient. So that's happening.
We could just send them to Circus Circus. They'll blend right in.
Oh my god, Jay.
Honestly,
You're so right. You're so right.
there's a lot about Circus Circus that seems like,
There's nothing right about Circus Circus. It's all wrong.
yeah, that's definitely where I was.
But it's like fun to
Rolling.
go in and play some skee ball every now and then, right?
If
Who
the
doesn't
machines
like
work.
Yeah.
That hotel's so bad, the roller coaster recently tried to escape and got off track.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's just a fact.
They should just let it escape. Just let it go. Let the roller coaster go.
My favorite thing
Right
to
out the pink dome.
Yeah, my
Launch
favorite
it.
thing to do is just get on on and just ride it off. Just go.
It's just driving it down the street.
Yeah, man. It's the best way to beat traffic.
You guys, did you hear that Snapchat apparently is spying on users? Snapchat's
They all do. They all do.
Right. You
Yeah.
think you can just like sell meth on Snapchat or something and not
Why
get
do you think
ratted
they
out?
come up with these creative little apps with your so you can change your face? You're using the app. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah. Naturally, you're being spied on to collect data advertised to you, which I'm kind of okay with, given that I'd rather have relevant ads. But apparently, this internal tool they call SnapLion can be used by various departments to access Snapchat.
SnapLion. So
User
this
data.
is like what your users sign into, or your employees sign into SnapLion, and they just start checking out all your dick pics.
Anything
and-
on your phone at this point,
Oh,
they're
man.
using to spy on you.
Well, and like, you know, people didn't seem to understand the whole, like with Alexa and all these, you know, these listening devices, right? They're listening, right? And not only are they listening, but the people who are working these companies are also listening, right? So, you know, they're doing what quality control they call it, listening to your conversations, making sure that the appropriate response is given and whatnot. But everything you say is being sent to the servers.
I
man.
don't think anyone's judging if my responses are appropriate.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
think it goes that far.
I'm,
Like, man, this guy's a dick. He wasn't paying attention at
except
all.
for when
No.
you die and they go, you know, you were a pretty good guy, but let's take a look over here. And they have a book of everything that you've said
That's right,
on your
yeah.
show. And they're going to be like, Waz, can you explain this? Well, we were talking about sex robots.
Like, she mentioned her haircut and you didn't even bring it back up 2 conversations later. Come on.
yeah, and you wonder why you guys broke up. Maybe that's what they need, you know. They need like Amazon analysis, like what happened in your life, what went wrong
Well, I
in
got
your
a
life.
sex robot and she broke up with me.
Yeah, they just listen
Who?
in on
my
your
other
life and
sex
figure out what
robot.
went
I had a public one and a private one, and they found out about each other.
Oh no, that's the worst. That's when
That's so
everything just
great.
comes collapsing
Next thing I
down, and you're
know,
like,
she started eating dead soldiers.
It's hard to get him back from that place. That's
I
rock
know.
bottom.
It
Where
is.
did you meet? She was delivering my mail. I've tied it all together for you today, Waz. I hope you appreciate it.
Oh boy,
Oh, man.
everything relates to something.
We've had the best bow on a show in that instance that we've ever had.
Yes. What's this 1.8 billion in pot money? I mean, we skipped right over that.
That's that pot money that's going to the homeless folks.
What are they gonna do with that money? They're gonna help house them. Are they
Yeah.
gonna?
That's a valid question. The other valid question is, what did they do with the 6 months of money they've made so far?
That was supposed to go to schools originally.
Yeah, they've been doing this licensing for a year now.
Since like somewhere before the 4th of July last
It's a
year. or the
it's a year and a
before, I don't
half
know.
ago that they legalized it. The pot shops opened about a year ago. They've been collecting fees this whole time, and they're now just like, "Hey, we can put these towards something." Where have they been going?
But it's kind of like when you pay taxes throughout the year, the government just holds on to that money, puts it in an account, gets some interest on it, right? So I don't know. Come on, the state's got this hundreds of millions of dollars of money just sitting there gaining interest, right? So they're just pocketing the interest. Come on.
I thought you were going to
Something's
say they were going to use that money to help finish building the Raider Stadium.
Yeah. Do they need any help? I think the NFL has already put enough into that. Like,
They're
the
not putting
city's
anything
done
into it.
No, NFL isn't. It's like mainly this one dude, right?
Yeah.
It's like super Raiders fan.
Yeah.
Some people get stadium hungry.
Okay, so all right, well but like the weed money needs to go to schools. Come on, that's where it's supposed to go. Give it to the schools.
I honestly think that when you have states like Utah spending less money on schools and having better education by just having less administrative weight, that school money can be reformed, and maybe some should go to the schools, but we're hella neglecting our homeless problem.
Oh, yeah.
This city, and I don't think we're just going to turn into San Francisco or Oregon and get the complaints where we're so homeless friendly that people go there to be homeless
Right.
and like seek that lifestyle. It's never going to end up like that. We need to help the people that
We
have
could
medical
move them
problems.
all. We could move them all into the Aliente Hotel. Nobody goes there.
Right?
It's too far. Just put them over there.
It's so far
All
up.
right.
Yeah, and it's like right between the interstates, man. Like
Right.
That's
in the
just-
middle.
And if they complain that it's too far from everywhere, we move them farther.
If they complain, they can stay at the Circus because no one's going to be able to tell the difference between them and the employees at Circus anyway.
God.
Just put a name tag on them.
What?
Today your name is Skip.
They'll be equally helpful.
Right. They'll be like, hey,
crap.
Skip, can you tell me where the buffet is? I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
That's what they say when they work there. I have no idea.
Nobody knows. Nobody
You
knows
guys are
what's
talking about the skee ball situation there. You know, there's like a fee to doing the skee ball there. The fee is collected in all the money that you put into non-working machines before you finally win the opportunity to play on an actual machine with the money you put in it.
Right.
There's
yeah.
more out of order signs there than there are like working machines.
I mean, it's got to be something to do with that heat up there.
Yeah.
It just gets so hot. I'm sure the games are just frying inside.
Oh, sure.
All the internals are busting.
All the other arcades don't have this problem because they just air condition.
Right, but Circus, they just
It's like
don't.
a damp towel, finger, like thumb tacked over the window.
Right.
It's like that's all that's
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah, and it's set up kind of like the biodome, right? Like a greenhouse, and so of course it's hotter at the top. I mean,
Yeah.
naturally hot and humid up there, and wow, those poor kids.
They're
And
just like cat litter pans full of ice with fans next to them. It's all they've got going on.
I saw that. Yeah, it's
Circus.
not right.
It's the wrong kind of circus.
I know it's truly a circus there. They've got that part right.
Just the animal shit part.
Yeah, right. Scattered about. Where are the animals? I don't know, but there's shit for sure.
I don't know. It's kind of like Excalibur sucks too. I don't know. Excalibur has all the fake stained glass. If they could just put something that doesn't look like faded plastic for the stained glass windows thing, I think I'd feel better about Excalibur.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my biggest complaint, not the service at the cafe. Anyway, let's turn into that episode
My biggest complaint is it's just the Excalibur.
and not like it's just
Excalibur.
The
Everything
Excalibur,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, there's nothing else special going on. I used to really hate when there'd be banners on the Luxor. Like, oh, we're going to lose our Egyptian theme. You're a freaking pyramid. And like putting a giant Bud Light white rectangle on the side of it. Yeah, ghettos it up. You're wasting it. That's not losing your
Absolutely.
theme. That's just being white trash.
Yeah, right. If you're looking to keep the this nice Egyptian theme, maybe just make it brown too instead of black. Right? Like, just go.
Giant. So I don't know why they just didn't make a giant solar panels.
Right?
That's what they should have done.
This is just actually just such a good idea.
That's a legit good idea.
Yeah, that's
two
exactly
ideas
what
I've
thing
given
up.
you folks today.
Yeah, that's right. Take them home.
yeah, more buttons, more buttons.
Should be mayor.
It's a crazy good idea. Think of they could power that light that they use. I mean, that's on full blast all night long.
Something like 80 million candles. That's what it's equivalent
Yeah,
to.
cost them like what I heard was like $50 an hour to keep that thing running. And just think about that. That's all the in just 4 hours or maybe less. All the energy that a typical house uses in a whole month, they use in just a couple of hours to keep that one light on. Whatever.
I think it should be just like a giant bug zapper. You see the bugs that fly around that thing when it's on?
At certain times of year, yeah, like
they're-
the bats
like
are
the
all
moths
up
are the
there
size
and-
of like,
You can
crazy.
see them like from the street.
Yeah,
Oh, you can
you
see
can
'em.
see the bats taking the moths out.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a free
they-
show, you guys. It's a good way to see for sure.
No, it's cool.
But
Yeah,
imagine if it was a bug zapper and a bat flew into it.
That'd be amazing.
We'd have fireworks all the time.
Not only that, but it could fuel the place. It could eat that instead of dead soldiers. Just
Right.
be eating bats.
yeah. Well, like the pyramid's shaped perfect for it. The bugs fall down, they slide down, and you
Yeah,
just
you can
collect
You
them.
just put a little
and-
container down, let them slide out and dump them in a bin.
Feed them to
Okay.
homeless people.
Problem solved. I feel like why are we not running the city?
See?
What's
Right.
going on here?
We're problem solving today.
I think Jay heard, but I don't think you heard my other homeless beneficial solution idea thing. Now, I've been criticized for advocating that we feed spiders to homeless people. Like, that's gross and disrespectful. But if we train the spiders to willingly give their lives by just going in the mouths of sleeping people to feed them, then...
But they do that anyway.
They do, but they don't do it enthusiastically enough, and they haven't been genetically engineered to taste like gushers. So imagine
So
these
if-
little Gushers candies popping in your mouth when you're sleeping. It's like heaven,
I feel like this is just such a good idea.
right?
Yeah.
Little
And
spindly legs cleaning your teeth.
yeah, and you train the first batch, and then genetics takes care of the rest. Like
Yeah.
they pass it
Absolutely
on
disgusting.
to their offspring.
What flavor would you choose if you were awake and grabbing Fruit Gushers spiders?
Fruit punch.
Right?
What are the options? Cherry,
lime.
lemon lime,
Lemonade.
lemonade,
No, iced tea.
iced tea
Yeah.
gushers. What?
I
I'm
think
still
maybe,
talking about
I think
Zip Fizz.
maybe it should be almost like Jello-like substance.
Yeah, that sticks with you a little longer.
Yeah, it's not just liquid. It's got some chew to it.
Yeah, instead of that kind of like dirty peanut butter flavor they currently have.
Yeah.
Dirty peanut butter, but that's the good stuff. That's my favorite kind.
Those are the good ones.
I know. I like to take my PB and J and
Dirty
just
peanut
toss
butter
on the
is the one that's
floor a
got the
little
extra
bit.
bugs in it.
Oh, it's like an almond with peanut butter inside. If you haven't eaten a spider, you guys, that's what you can expect.
Okay, but like, how big of spiders are we talking? Like in your mind, what do you
Like a
thinking?
York peppermint patty.
Peppermint patty size? So you need like maybe 3 a night,
like a
and you're
brown
good.
recluse. Yeah.
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 Like a good dime. You know,
Baby tarantula.
no, it's you don't eat them when they're babies. That's wrong. That's where this gets unethical. You eat the babies.
And
Let me rephrase. Miniature tarantulas.
There we go.
let me ask you though,
They're still babies. We just call them miniature.
just on your concept here of solving the homeless problem, right?
Well, no, it just alleviates.
Just alleviating some of the food.
You don't have
shortages.
to be homeless to be hungry.
That's true.
You can just be in the
You can
streets
just be
asleep,
hungry.
hoping the spiders feed you.
Well, and now my issue here is with the spiders because they seem like there's a lot of leg, not so much internals. What about like a cockroach, which is just such a solid body, right? Like, you know,
Yeah.
and there's some big ones around here too.
They already
so-
resemble junior mints.
Exactly, and they'd slide down so easy. Just yeah.
Trust me, guys. They practically dive down your throat.
Okay,
You
this
don't even have to chew.
Yeah, and this
That is
deser-
absolutely disgusting because
Yeah.
the worst bug on the planet is a cockroach.
Really?
So disgusting.
I feel like
I don't think they're that bad because you can
They
just
are
grab them and
disgusting.
pick them up and they don't bite you. Anything that doesn't bite
I'm
me,
gonna
I'm kind of
vomit.
cool.
if
thinking
you
about
just
it.
train them to walk in a little honey before they hit your
Aw.
throat, that'd be just great.
Just
you know?
drizzle them.
Yeah, no, they just walk in it. Yeah. I don't know. We need a button for this. Hit a button.
Yeah.
Hit a button, definitely.
So meanwhile, I've been showing people a little teaser here, but there's an asteroid heading to us this weekend, and it has its own little moon trailing behind it.
Wow.
So if you're one of those hashtag space is fake people, then you're really like, wow, they're blowing it here. This is too crazy. Moons around these crazy made up asteroids.
Yeah, we can believe like we all saw, we all saw the movies. We all get hit by asteroids. We know, but like the moon, seriously, that's too far.
They've named it Asteroid 1999 after the Prince song, and it was discovered 20 years ago, and it's so large that it's orbited by a moon, and on Saturday evening, it's going to make its closest approach to the Earth. It's going to be visible until May 27th. Because it carries a large moon along with it, the asteroid is technically designated as a binary system. So that's rad. We've got this binary system flying by. We only discovered the first confirmed binary star system through telescopes like a few years ago.
No kidding.
Yeah. Did you know, throwback to last week, we only recently discovered evidence of this crazy chemical in the sky called helium hydride. And what is special about that is you have the two simplest elements, hydrogen and helium, its next bigger brother. And when they combine, they make the simplest and what we think is the first compound, the first actual compound of two elements together. Supposedly in the early milliseconds of the Big Bang, this is one of the first two atoms to fuse. And if we see it in like a nebula or something like we recently discovered some in now, then we know it kind of reaffirms our whole view of how that happened. You know, it doesn't really happen naturally here.
So we
And-
haven't discovered it on Earth.
No, it's really hard to even discover it in space from Earth because there's this thing called spectroscopy where we can tell from looking at really exact colors, like where these peaks are in the color spectrum, and tell what something's made of.
Sure.
And this has a peak just right in between two really common things. So it has to be super accurate, and the sky filters out this peak anyway. So we had to put a telescope in an airplane.
Okay, get up out of the atmosphere
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Fortunately, we didn't put this telescope in a 737 MAX, so it didn't repeatedly pitch its nose down until it crashed the telescope.
Right. Thank God for that. Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear about the series of bungles Boeing did leading up to that?
No.
Okay, so not to scare you all away from flying in a Boeing, all the other ones have this dramatically good safety record. But Airbus, a French and British company that makes a lot of the planes we fly in as passenger planes too, just released a new update to their most popular plane with these big engines that are more fuel efficient. And American Airlines, not that one specifically, multiple American Airlines were saying, hey, we should update this. We're going to save a lot of gas. But we've already got this Boeing fleet, and our pilots are certified for these Boeings. It's an extra cost. If Boeing, you can do this, you can put these airplanes on your plane. Problem is, this Boeing 737 is a lot lower to the ground. So there's not space for these big engines. So they went and put the engines in front of the wing. But then, okay, now when the engines get extra force, the plane tips up a little bit extra. And it's just enough that the FAA was going to make them recertify their pilots. So they added this little system that when it sensed that the nose was going up a little bit and so the pilot was throttling extra, it would just tip the nose down a little bit. And they didn't tell anybody.
So even the pilots weren't officially trained on this.
Yeah, they were given this training and this update to this plane, but they were said, if you're certified for the old 737, you're good to go on this one. We don't have to pay for a bunch of new certification of these planes and these pilots. We're good to go. And meanwhile, word spread that there is this MCAS system that's part of making the fella come down when it goes up. This MCAS system, they made two huge mistakes. One, it's only attached to one of the sensors that tells how the plane is tilted, whereas the autopilot can switch between one set of sensors or the other set if the sensors fail, and they fail freaking all the time.
Sure, sensors
Yeah.
like a CO2 sensor in your cars always fail, or the older ones at least.
This type of sensor is particularly not uncommon to fail, and it's not weird for pilots to switch to the other set of them. But when they switched to the other set, this MCAS system continued to use the bad sensor data and think that the plane was tipping up when it wasn't, and kept forcing the nose down. In one flight, a co-pilot knew about this system and flipped it off and saved the flight, reported it, and said, hey, this plane likes to dive towards the ground, and I had to turn the MCAS system off. And the airline flew the plane one more time immediately after this flight that was barely saved. And it's one of the two flights that crashed.
So
Over
there you
4
go.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, whatever.
So
but
you could say this airline shouldn't have put the plane back out there. You can also say that Boeing should have told people more about this system so they knew to turn it off. But the problem is, even in turning it off, it's still confusing because the system was given too much authority. In all the public documents, it said the system, it's only going to tilt the nose down a little bit. It's all that it has authority to do. But it turns out they gave it full authority to push the nose down as far as you can pull the stick up.
so
These pilots
basically,
were really
it's not,
wrestling the plane.
right.
These poor passengers were in free fall multiple times before the planes finally crashed. Fortunately, the second crash wasn't a full plane, so we didn't get the full 600 from 300 passenger planes going down. It's only 400 and change, but still,
See, I think multiple free falls on a plane has got to be worse than just one that they can't pull back up.
I mean,
'Cause they level it out and then it goes down again, and then they level it out and it goes, oh man.
Given the
20 minutes
passengers
of that before
false
you
hope,
perish.
that's
right.
horrible.
I would rather
Yeah.
just get it done.
as quick
Yeah.
as possible.
Yeah,
If we're
just
going to
get
go
it done.
down, let's go.
So Boeing's rushing this to the market, making it only talk to one sensor and not giving it too much authority and not even educating people on that pile of mistakes. And this airline that didn't take this plane's problems seriously. All that together is a situation that any one of these fails and you're okay as a pilot. It really took a pile of mistakes. And maybe it's a testament to American safety and regulation that none of these were flights in America. But that aside, they've all been grounded. The 737 MAXs are all on the ground right now.
But okay, so none of it happened in the U.S., but at the same time, I mean, those planes were flying in the U.S.
Yeah.
Right? potentially
They've been flying for over a year.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like we had a different software running this.
No. Yeah, and they're like, they're grounded pending a software update. If it was just a software update, they'd be in the sky again right now. They didn't attach the damn system to the other sensors.
It's got to be re-engineered to some degree.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's how it just seems like the laziest thing. That like,
can you imagine being at the engineering meetings while you're going through and
good.
saying,
That's
"Yeah,
funny.
no, we'll just rely on the one."
Yeah.
And that'll be good. And you know what? Don't limit its control.
No, full power,
full control,
full authority.
Yeah, full
like
authority.
Carl, put down your essential oils and listen to this meeting.
Yeah, right.
So now that we've scared you about air travel,
Yeah.
keep in mind the hydraulic systems all the way from the pilot's foot and hands to each flap are in triplicate. So half the fuselage could be ripped out, and there's a whole nother set of pipes going down the fuselage in a different area to control every flap on there. There's all these redundancies. It'd be the only system that didn't have like one redundancy to its sensor. And even then, that would have been kind of minor if it just had less authority. But enough, chastising them. It's just one of those examples of not rushing things to market, especially if it's gonna
if it affects your life. Now, if you're developing some software, a website you want to put out, feel free, bug your users, man. They'll get over it. But if you're doing minimum viable testing and all of that, like just get it out there. But when somebody's life is at stake, if they go to your website and their computer blows up because of your mistake, maybe stop there, like Huawei, I don't know, whatever. But think about that.
So, on that frightening note, we've got a couple more exciting commercial times to tell you.
I love commercials.
Commercial times.
Kicker Audio.
So check it out, Mario. They hit me up, the guys from Kicker. They said, Jay, you have done a fantastic job promoting these headphones. And
They're awesome.
They're all over Facebook. You have tweeted them. We know that you love the headphones. But how come you haven't talked about this wireless Bluetooth bullfrog we have? And I said, well, to be honest with you, you never sent me one.
We haven't tested it.
Within 24 hours, there was one delivered to my house. So now, this is going to blow your mind, Mario. This is no dead space, speakers on both sides. Isn't that awesome?
Very impressive.
Kicker Audio, everybody. You got to go there. Check them out online.
Kicker Audio. Living loud.
Somebody like Boeing.
I know, right?
Oh, I mean, didn't mean to mention that again.
It's not like Kicker. These things, we've like bounced them off the wall for handball, and they're still doing
I know.
great.
Yeah, not one crash so far.
That Bullfrog Bluetooth speaker, though, is amazing. You can dip it in water. You can charge your phone from it. It fills a room. It's got a mount in the bottom of it to use it as a PA, even though it's like smaller than my forearm.
Yeah, well,
they have
they have a bigger one, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they have a giant one.
It's seriously like a pro audio PA deal.
I couldn't imagine it.
Yeah.
How much sound that big one puts out, because that little one's just dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That little one's a helpful fellow. The Bullfrog, folks.
Yeah.
Bullfrog. Oh, this is that food place that we can't stop talking about.
What is Jesse Ray's Barbecue? Well, it's a tiny, unassuming place with a modest menu of platters, sandwiches, and house-made sauces. Located at 5611 South Valley View. By the smell alone, you're going to know you're in the right place. Come try the award-winning slow-smoked ribs, chicken, pulled pork, hot links, and brisket. The sauce is also something to talk about, as you will want to eat it with every bite. Here's a tip. Their sauces are available for purchase. When people ask you, how do you like Jesse Ray's Barbecue? You'll say, like most people I know, I don't like it, I love it. Jesse Ray's Barbecue is 100% legit. Stop on by for a meal that will satisfy your barbecue-loving lips. Mention RadioVegas.rocks for 10% off your order. Jesse Ray's, located at 5611 South Valley View on the corner of Valley View and Russell. Come in, take a bite, find out why they're so award-winning.
How do I like my Jesse Ray's? Pour it all over me.
Just for you?
Just dump it on me.
Dump it on Jetson 2 Barbecue.
You guys love tacos?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Okay, right?
Butt
Yeah.
tacos.
That's my spirit animal.
I don't care what gender you are, or we love tacos, right?
Sexually identify as a taco.
Yes. Whatever, man. But since we all love tacos, we all need to know about Pinche's Tacos. And do you know where it's at? It's 9205 West Russell Road. It's an awesome place for lunch, dinner, or both. Here at RadioVegas.rocks, we love this place so much that if you mention us and order a blood orange margarita, they will give you a free gringo taco. What? Free gringo taco? Yes, that's right. That's what I said. And you know what else? It's like, okay, you're like, well, I don't really feel like driving over there. They have 2 locations, bruh. 2 locations. But you need to get in on this deal. You must visit the Russell location. I mean, yeah, that's where you gotta go for the free gringo tacos. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you're just like, I don't have gas for that, but I have money for tacos, just go to the other one. But yeah, Pinche's Tacos, because who else doesn't love tacos, man?
Tacos.
Except for tacos. Those are free. Some of them.
And a new location in Henderson.
Yes, where you can get a free Gringo Loco taco if you get
Just
a blood
the Gringo
orange
taco.
The
Gringos, Locos, Dynamos taco.
They stopped making the taco
quesadillas.
crazy. It's just a regular white person taco.
just a taco normale.
I keep teasing this commercial and not actually doing it. It's time to commit.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crazy J back again to tell you about Angel Wax. We've been telling you about it for a while now. This product is absolutely amazing. Our boy Tommy Davis, the man behind Angel Wax, he has been working hard for you. He has been on tour, he has been traveling, he's done car shows, he's done conventions. He is spreading the gospel of Angel Wax, and it's working. A lot of people are getting into it. They love it. Those car enthusiasts that are spending their weekends detailing it like crazy, love it. If you want to outshine the rest of the cars on the road, the best way to do that is by getting some Angel Wax. Let Tommy Davis know that RadioVegas.rocks sent you to him to try this amazing product. Angel Wax, get in on it today.
And not to belabor this too much because we've really hashed out this concept before, but I know there's a synergy between Angel Wax, great product, Spunk Lube, great product, great sponsors, right? There's a synergy there somewhere, right? Angel Lube or Spunk Wax. I don't know what it is,
Spunk
really.
wax.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, when I'm trying to clean my car, it's erotic because cars are like beautiful women. When there's beautiful women rolling around on them, if she's going to be getting all sudsy and stuff, there might as well be the inspiration that comes when you see semen around. If you go to a place and there's already semen splashed around, it's inspiring. You think, okay, this is the thing to do here. Let's contribute to this. And that's part of the joy of Spunk Lube. It's not staining, but it's inspiring.
Exactly. And by the time you get to
At a place that there's maybe not supposed to be semen, but because there's semen there, it's okay? That's basically what you're saying?
When you see it where it's not supposed to be, it's exciting. There's been studies that show when there's semen in a porn, it accomplishes its task quicker because you see what you're going to release.
The same could be said
there's a
for
subconscious-
pubic hair. When I see one on the sink, I'm like, damn, I can't wash dishes here. I got to bang on the sink now.
Or like when you hear,
it's
the banging place.
There's already
now.
a pubic hair here.
Or like when you see like a
first
waterfall.
off, why is the pubic hair on the
Why
kitchen
is the
sink?
semen on the car? But I mean, that's what we're trying to. We're just saying.
Because more people bang in their car than they do on their kitchen sink.
Really?
I
think it's close call,
really
though.
have to see the stats on.
Yeah, because when you're
this.
the right height for the counter, depending on your home,
The
which you
most
should look at in
disturbing
the
is
home.
if it's not yours or your significant other's pubic hair. Then you have to worry.
Yeah, like who's the redhead running around this place, right?
Oh my gosh, I've got a story about that. In fact, that's a great question. What if there is a mystery pubic hair in your home? What if there are roses made of your own toilet paper in your home when you arrive home?
That would be freaky.
Yeah, what if you come home and all your stuff's put away, the carpets are shampooed, everything is spotless.
They just had a news report on that this morning that somebody broke into their house and cleaned it. They didn't take anything. They just cleaned it.
Boom. So
I
what
would
do you guys
report
think
that as
happened?
a crime. I would be like, who are you? And can you come back next Wednesday?
Right?
Yeah,
It was probably Blanca Lopez from Deluxe Cleaning Service.
Blanca, leave your card.
She's an addict. She can't stop cleaning. She's just like, I don't have a job today. I got to clean something.
Yeah, you guys know when you're trying to go to bed and you just keep sweating and tossing and turning and you just got to get up and clean a part of your house. You ever felt that?
Because she's like, I know I should have cleaned that mirror in that house. And so she can't sleep because it's bothering her.
There's one pube I left on that kitchen counter.
I knew I should have checked twice. No, yeah, sometimes I'll do that. Just bust in the neighbor's place. Like, guys, I got my vacuum. Let's do this.
Well, I mean, holler in the chat if you think you've got the spoiler on this, but they're thinking, and I don't know why this didn't occur to me right away, but they're thinking it is a cleaning service that went to the wrong house.
I'm thinking it's the dude's mother, and she doesn't think that the girlfriend cleans good enough.
Oh!
So she broke in,
No
and she's
way.
like, you know, I wouldn't have to do this if your girlfriend would stop being so lazy and learn how to clean the house.
That's a legit theory. That doesn't sound too off.
Okay, that's one theory. The cleaning service.
Those
wrong
toilet
house.
paper roses, though, is an extra layer.
Yeah, that's just too far.
Yeah.
That's actually just too far.
It's a nice touch.
If that's
Too far is putting mints on the pillows.
Oh no,
Then
that's perfect.
Then I've been weirded out.
Don't you like laying down and just eating a mint?
I didn't say I wouldn't eat them. I just said it'd be weird.
Perfect. I love it.
Well, you know, you might need one of those after you have your robot that eats one of them dead soldiers.
Oh yeah, a couple of mints, please.
The thing is, those robots, you can't imagine the gas that they get after that. You do not want to get stuck with a farting robot.
There's
to
nothing
believe
like
that's
robot
actually
gas.
true.
No.
I mean, you know, it's got to expel it somehow. So yeah, it's farting robots. Who thought that'd be a thing? It's kind of like,
Especially if they're wet.
oh, wet farts.
This is a perfect time for dude wipes. I swear, like, it's just lining itself up. Spunk Lube, they're a sponsor. I have to legally tell you that. And another sponsor, Dude Wipes. Yeah, I'm not just into Spunk Lube alone. I would have never discovered them and the joy they brought to my life if it weren't for the giant bottle they sent. Just great to have a radio station with a giant bottle of lube nearby. It's what we need here at RadioVegas.rocks.
And they just go so fast.
Yeah.
I just tell people
Even
it's
no matter how big it is.
lotion or hand sanitizer.
Like, it's not evaporating. It's kind of it's
Like now all of a
non-staining,
sudden it's really sticky and gross.
It's a spunk sanitizer.
but non-staining, you guys.
non-staining. No, that's good because, man, as much as I use, I'd have to be buying new sheets every week. Like, can't have that.
Dude wipes, though. So wipe your dude, wipe your
butt.
Yeah. There's
but-
something else we were talking about wiping with the dude wipes. What were we on? Wipe your robots.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
if your robot has a
we're
wet
talking
fart.
about the wet farts from your robot. Dude wipes are for that.
Yeah, you gotta wipe them down.
I use dude wipes on like
Use
my
a quick
monitors
dude
and
shower if your robot has wet sloppy parts.
stuff. The dude shower is a move though. It's this whole towel practically.
I'm pretty sure if it's a robot that's got sloppy farts, you're gonna need a whole quick dude shower.
Yeah.
Possibly two.
Guys, I got one more piece of robot news.
We do?
Yeah, there's the robot news doesn't end there. Did you know that the Senate has voted to approve an anti-robocalling bill?
So good.
Here's the thing. Again, to say that phrase again, but I've got a real thing to be here's the of.
Okay.
There's been legislation against robocalling this whole time. In fact, the FBI has researched and tried to use artificial intelligence to profile the pauses, the little clicks on the line, the tonal characteristics of the recorded messages to narrow it down to just 6 call centers.
Are you serious?
Worldwide that are doing the vast majority of all of the difficult to trace robocalls that are plaguing us all. And they're spoofing numbers, and it's actually difficult to locate the physical locations of these buildings that are doing these spam calls.
Because when the call comes into your phone, it says, you know, whatever city you're living in or state you're living in. They get an area code that's similar.
Yeah, because obviously it's illegal when you get a call that's pretending to be the IRS to try to give you to send them tax
Or
money.
some sort of lawyer office that's in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, that's a gnarly one. I almost got fooled by the one that claims to be from Apple. Like, oh, get into your account right now and log in, but use this URL to log in. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, hold on.
Got all spooked and changed my password and stuff, and I realized, oh, Apple doesn't call you. That's really There's a lot of Apple customers. How special am I that Apple's calling me? Is this Tim? Tim. What's going on?
Important message about your account. Didn't really have anything to say, but actually, just click this link.
And it was just an automated thing. So even though there's new legislation about it from this, all it can really do at best is just put more cops on it because they're already trying to track it down. It's already illegal. So not to be bleak, I know we're all excited, but this is one of those things like Senate, we're cool, we're doing it for you guys, we're such a great Senate. Like, no, you could do this before.
I think it's just kind of like you can have efforts, you can even write laws about it, right? But if you increase the penalties for those, for violating those laws, that's what I'm looking for, right? Like, come on, let's make it count. It's not going to be like 6 months in jail or something. Like, come on, let's put these people away. Stop bothering us.
Hella away. It's you're running a giant racket. It's like a call center sometimes.
It's terrorizing people. I don't know. Maybe it's not that far.
So we're at that tail end.
If they say they're calling from a lawyer's office, you should also be like, hey, thank you for calling Joan Smith and blah, blah, whatever. And they're like, what?
Oh, I love yours that you were saying the other day that you just answer.
I just answer Radio Vegas.rocks. You're on the air. How can I help you?
So
they're like, excuse me? I'm like, you're on the air. Oh, well, we're looking for Jay Bird. Yeah, this is him. You're on the air. How can I help you?
Yeah, just keep throwing that out. You're on there.
That's okay. We'll call back. No, you've already interrupted the show. So what do you need? Are you calling for those free Aerosmith tickets?
That's great.
Robots can win too.
I love it though. I love it when they tell you that they have a package for you that's been delivered to their office in Houston, Texas.
How's that going to help you out? Anyway?
Yeah, and I was like, why do you have it? Like, well, we need to verify your address. Like, well, I'm not giving you my address.
Yeah, that's funny. How about take a picture of the contents in the box, and we'll start there.
We did it on the we did it live on the Rock and Comedy Show, but Mikey Slyman, who he owns a freaking bail bondsman, and he called him because they go, it's an imperative that we speak to him because he could be arrested. So Mikey called back as my lawyer, and the lady on the phone was like, but you're calling from a bail bondsman. He goes, I'm an attorney. It's like we kind of go hand in hand. And then the one guy got on the phone and he's getting really mad. He goes, "Don't stop trying to scam us." And Mikey's like, "Stop trying to scam me."
What is with that? Oh man, that reminds
Obviously,
me.
our call's more legit. If it comes up on your caller ID as Easy Bail Bonds, it's probably Easy Bail Bonds.
Yeah, most likely.
That's a plug for Mikey Slyman.
Mikey's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
though.
he's awesome.
Yeah, that's a non-sponsored plug. That's how much we've had to take advantage of their bail bonds repeatedly here at the station.
So many times.
So many times we've had to bail out Mad Mike.
We just have an easy button now on the door, and it's just like, call Mikey.
Oh man, I have a related media recommendation. This is really juicy. I'll try to post a link of a good one in one of the feeds, but there is these YouTube videos of this IT professional that would set up a virtual machine on his computer and then get either called or call one of those scams that was really common, probably still going on a lot, where someone from, you get a piece of, you get an infection and it tells you to call this number to get it cleaned out. And you call and you get to this, like, often in India, that other country, it starts with an M, Malaysia. And you get this person that walks you through, like, installing their spyware and stuff and getting your computer all held for ransom or whatever.
That's
so you got
deep.
this person on the phone and somehow talks them into like playing all dumb and stuff. I don't know. It's crazy how he did it, but talks them into locking themselves out of their own computer.
What?
Yeah. So he basically, like, has this person put this thing in a command line that I hadn't even seen before that locks down your access to all of your files. And part of it is like a password. And this person started crying and said that it wasn't even their computer and that they're going to get beaten severely.
Oh no!
I'm addicted to watching those scam videos on YouTube.
Horrible.
I love when they like call, but sometimes it's like an officer calling him back, and he lets them do their whole spiel, and he's like, "Well, I'm officer so and so, and I'm calling from," and they don't believe that he's really an officer, and they're like, "They're coming to arrest you," and he goes, "Bring them on!" Like, I love that. Those are the best.
Oh my gosh.
Robocalls are fun but annoying.
So that's like the tail end. Do you guys have some plugs? It's plug hour.
Plug hour.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, Rock and Comedy Show is coming up this Monday, 6 to 9.
Yeah.
With our guest
Tiffany.
That Tiffany, folks, 90s kids, that 80s kids, that Tiffany.
When you say Tiffany, they know.
Well,
they should.
Yeah,
They know.
it's not like Tiffany and then some last name. Like it's not a Tiffany that you just know. Like it's not a friend named
And also,
Tiffany.
Vinny D from Sponge is going to be a guest on Monday.
Sponge
Vinny D
is an underappreciated band.
And they are in town Sunday night at 172. Another fun sponsor here.
Yeah, so the Rock and Comedy Show is a lot like this show. If for all the listeners out there, you haven't heard it yet.
But the
It's
OG, it's like this show's daddy.
Yeah, I mean it's totally different. Subject matter in a lot of ways, and like on the Rock and Comedy
Killer
Show.
games.
Can we?
Games.
Can we? He doesn't know because he hasn't been in the studio.
Oh no, we've got something to tell you that happened when I was a guest.
So Oz was he was a co-host on Wednesday.
Okay, that's excellent.
Was it? It was Tuesday.
It was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday.
Yeah.
You couldn't come in, and Fade couldn't come in.
Yeah.
So I had to punish somebody. So I said he could take points away. And so the way it worked was every minus, like if hit a minus for him, minus 75 or 1200 or whatever, he could take it from Fade or he could take it from you, and he took all of your points.
All of my points.
All of them.
You know what?
There's 1,200 points missing from your lineup.
No, it was like a tenth of your points.
We're gonna have to talk about this when the cameras go off. I'm not happy.
I'll make it up to you.
No, you don't even have to actually, because I'm just gonna come in on Monday and I'm gonna just crush it. So I'll just make it all up. Don't worry. But no, man, that's great. See, the Rock and Comedy Show is for everybody.
And on that note,
that's why it's so great.
On that note, thank you for joining us. It's been the Greasy Conversation Talk Show. You can look it up. Just type in woz.lol in your browser. And join us next week. We've got dogs here that we're going to hold and snuggle and feed them to robots. And we've got robot news every week. Check out our past episodes. Buy some Kicker products and be excellent to one another.